Welcome to the very first installment of Dude Reviews, where we provide you detailed and authentic reviews so you can feel confident when deciding to purchase cool shit. I am RJ Burr, I am your trusted advisor, and I am invested in helping you make the best purchase decisions. Alright, enough pussyfooting around, let's get it started. The first thing we're going to review is the Rhoback Performance Polo, which I'm actually wearing right now. We should take off this vest. I happen to be an admitted fanboy. I have two other of these, so I have three of their polos, which I purchased them all, none were given to me. And the big thing about these is that they are multi-use polos for people who enjoy activity. Their little hashtag is crave activity. It's all about like doing shit. Their key features on their polos, big thing is a stay collar. The collar doesn't go bacon collar. It stays nice and firm, nice and crisp. Another feature is that it's performance stretch fabric, but here's the thing, there's a lot of performance shit out there. This stuff actually feels soft. It stretches a million ways, more than just four. It doesn't cling to your skin, especially when you sweat, and it doesn't hold stink. It looks good tucked in or hanging out, tucked in. It is a, I don't know, it's a fitted but relaxed fit shirt, so it has a nice slim silhouette to it, but it's not like bro style where it's painted on. Alright, I mean, what else can you say? It's a polo, right? But there's some other features of the actual polo itself. They do have a logo. It's definitely a preppy look. They got a lot of striped polos they start off with. As you can see here, we got the dog logo, which I like the dog logo. It's just kind of like this. The dog logo is pretty cool if you like logos on the, classic logo on the breast of your polo shirt, like Polo. It also sports this little stripedy thing on the back there, which they have this whole thing about the Rhoback. The name is after the Rhodesian Ridgeback dog, which is apparently a dog that would hunt lions. I don't believe that for a second, but I guess I could always ask Jeeves and figure out if it's true or not. So all the polos have a little stripedy stripe on it. This one has it too on the back here. It's kind of cool. It's, I don't know, I mean, you can get all philosophical about what it means and all that stuff, but they're just basically two stripes in the back, and it's got kind of a, I don't know, like a, you can notice it, I guess, if you familiarize yourself with the brand. So something they say on the website is that this polo can do anything from working in the office to go and playing a set of tennis, and then you can easily go back to the office again and then maybe go take a dip in the lake and then go out for dinner. Basically, this polo can handle an entire day. It's the only thing you really need, to be quite honest. So in my opinion, some of the pros and cons. Some of the pros of this is that it truly is soft fabric. It doesn't have that plasticky, like old school Under Armour shirt feel to it. It actually has a soft, real feel, kind of not like exactly like cotton, but definitely not like wearing an Under Armour shirt wear under your pads in high school. The stretch on this, pretty good. It stretches all around 360 degrees. I don't know how they describe it, probably 4-way or 6-way or whatever stretch. But the thing I like about it is it does stretch well, but it also holds its form. You can't stretch it out and keep it stretched out. It really comes back to form no matter what. I've worn these for a while. They do wash really well and they dry really well. They dry actually super quick on a low cycle or even just hung up. A big thing I hate about performance fabric is that once you wear it enough, it just smells, right? It stinks, holds that odor. You throw it in the washer and dryer, you bring it out. By the time you put it on, 10 minutes later, that stink comes right back. That's the old performance fabric. What I love about these, this does not do that. One, it takes a while for these things to stink. I mean, you gotta be freaking ripe for a while for this to hold on to it. But once you wash it out, it's pretty much washed out. I've owned these things for a couple years now and have not had any issues with it. Another pro is these things are slick. I mean, it has kind of a preppy look. Like their classic is the stripedy stripe, like these here. right? I'm wearing one of their first or only different prints, where this is like an old school 90s. It's called the Bayside High, so it's got that Saved by the Bell retro look to it. I kind of like they're mixing it up a little bit, but most of their polos follow that horizontal stripe look. Some cons is that I'm not a big fan of logos. It's fine with a logo on there, but personally I like it blended in. On this, my logo is right here, but you can't really tell because it's blended in, right? On this green one here called the Fairway Boy, it's got it right on the chest there. So for me personally, I don't care about the logo. I personally like it not there at all or blended in, but more than half their polos have that contrasting logo where you can see it. Some of them are blended in. It's not a big deal, but it's one of my preferences. What I've noticed is from my first one to my second one to my latest one, this one, there's a variability in fit. The first few I got, which were last year's models, there's a little like difference in the length, and then as well as the arms. That green one that I have here, this one tends to hang. It hangs actually about a half an inch or an inch longer than this blue and white striped one called the Birdie. And then compared to this one, which is their updated fit, where it's a little bit more trim at the arms, a little shorter at the arms, this one hangs about an inch shorter than this one here. So basically this one, in my opinion, fits really well because it has that slim fitting but relaxed fit, so it's not super skin tight. This one almost borderline starts to fit like your dad's polo. It's a little baggy in the arms, a little baggy in the side. Personally, I'm fine golfing in it, but I don't like wearing it untucked. It looks just like I'm swimming in it. Another con is that there's a lack of patterns. They're actually adding more in now. All they had before were the stripes, the horizontal stripes, which are super preppy, but then they added a pattern deal like this one here. Now they've got some mini stripes, some houndstooth, so sticking with that preppy trend there, and they've got some heathered stuff too. So they're starting to branch out a little bit, but I would like to see more pattern stuff or some other type of ideas. All right, so how much do these things cost? They're not cheap. They're pricey. They're $79 a polo. Depending on what you're into, if you buy cheap stuff like J. Crew Outlet or like Uniqlo, that may be super expensive. But if you buy stuff like Lululemon, you're like, yeah, no big deal. So for my personal experience with wearing these things, especially in the summer for the past year, is one, I would say it meets the expectations of what they say, that you can really wear these things all day. I was mooching off my in-laws where they live on a lake, and I wore this thing all day long. In the morning, went on the boat, sweated in it, hopped in the lake, got out, dried in it, continued to wear it, and then we went out, not for a fancy, but like a casual dinner afterward, and the whole family and all that stuff. And the polo did totally fine. It lived up to expectations. I didn't smell, I didn't look like garbage. Thing held true to form. I'm really glad they refined that fit, because that was my one qualm when I got that first shirt, which is this green and blue one here. I'm like, this thing kind of fits like, it's like a little too classic fit. I need something a little more slimming, a little more trim, you know? I mean, I work on this body, I gotta be able to show it off a little bit, but not be overly pretentious, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I would personally like the logo to be always blended in, not contrasting, or even have an option without a logo in the front. So with their customer service, I really appreciate. My first shirt, which again is the green and blue one, I did a really cool picture, which it came when I bought the shirt. There was a little thing in there that says, hey, do something cool and take a picture of it, post on Instagram, use our hashtag, we may give you a free shirt. Well, I did something super cool, and I'm still on their Instagram, and because it was super cool, I got a free shirt, which was this one here. So it was pretty awesome. And then when they sent it to me as well, they also personalized a thank you note. Not only do they always handwrite their thank you notes, but they actually said something personally to me in reference to that photo, which I think is pretty cool for a company, a bigger company like that, to be so personal. Okay, final thoughts. Overall, I really like these shirts. It's the reason why I picked these to do as my first dude review, because I am honestly a fanboy. I like what they're doing. I think they're evolving a little bit. I like the original shirt, but I think they're really doing a great job of refining it. They have a great brand. It's a little frat boy, kind of like, you know, Southern, think of like Chubbies and Bird Dogs and all that stuff, but I kind of like it. It's fun, it's exciting, and they do, even though they have like that foo-foo mission statement stuff of like, we believe in this, we believe in that, blah, 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 whatever. It's true. They really do believe in this whole activity thing, and that you should be able to have a shirt where you can go in the summer or wherever, and you can wear this thing all the way through. And I think they really hit that, and they're really holding true to form on that. And they're coming out with more stuff too. They have their performance shirts, they have their half zips. I've purchased all this stuff on my own dime. They also have some long sleeves coming out. I don't like it when companies get away from their niche. They have a really good niche, but because of how great this fabric is, and I will say this is probably my favorite tech fabric I have had of all their stuff, Lululemon, Rhone, and any other athletic fabric out there. I think they've nailed it with this stuff on their Polo and their performance quarter zip and their performance t-shirts. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know if it's rainbow unicorn turds or whatever the hell it is, but it works, and it's quality stuff. It feels good, casual feel, performance wear. So the Rhoback performance polos I highly recommend. Who's got two thumbs and wears a visor? This guy. Go out and get these things now. I'm a huge fan. You will love them. I'm a dude, these are my reviews. I provide you detailed and authentic reviews so you can feel confident when deciding to purchase cool shit. I'm signing out.